Elon Musk is now at war with the Anti-Defamation League. So let's be clear about the Anti-Defamation League. It is a progressive interest group that proclaims that it is speaking in the name of Jewish causes. That is untrue. It is just a progressive interest group. That's all. And sometimes they cross streams with actual not horrific ideas. And a lot of the time, they're targeting people on the basis of spurious nonsense or ignoring people on the basis of other spurious nonsense because, again, they're a progressive interest group. Well, Elon Musk is now in a battle with the ADL. And he's in a battle with them because he's saying that you guys are basically trying to slur X, formerly known as Twitter, by having advertisers remove their revenue. He's right about that. A lot of these progressive interest groups are very much interested in removing advertising revenue from sources where they can't control the speech. So he posted on X saying the ADL has been, quote, trying to kill this platform by falsely accusing it and me of being anti-Semitic. If this continues, we'll have no choice but to file a defamation suit against, ironically, the Anti-Defamation League. If they lose the defamation suit, we will insist they drop the anti part of their name, since obviously. Now, is that really going to happen? It's almost impossible to win a defamation suit against a public figure. It's really, really, really rough because you have to show actual malice, which is a nearly impossible standard. With that said, is the ADL constantly speaking up on behalf of the right causes? Absolutely not. I mean, they've made excuses for some of the world's worst anti-Semites in Congress so long as they're Democrats, because again, it is a progressive interest group. They posted a report suggesting that X is now filled with horrible hate. This is a way for them to work together with groups that we've discussed on the program before, like GARM, in order to reduce advertising to platforms like X. Basically, abide by left-wing standards of speech or watch your advertising dollars disappear. That's what Elon Musk is sounding off about, and he happens to be correct about all of that. And it's really, really ugly, which is why it's very important that if you are an advertiser and you are looking at platforms to advertise on, you probably should be looking at freer speech platforms like Twitter, because otherwise Twitter/X is going to revert back to type, and it's going to do the same kind of crap that Facebook has done or YouTube has done in censoring material. Black Rifle coffee is what I need every single morning. My kids get me up at like 6 a.m. As after my baby has kept me up until later. And despite all the stresses of the day, I have to get up. Well, it is time for my Black Rifle coffee. Black Rifle's coffee subscription gives you nothing but the best. It's a Coffee of the Month club where you get premium roasts from the best farms worldwide. Each month, you'll get a new exotic roast shipped to your door, each with unique origin and killer bag design with matching sticker. September's premium roast is called the Space Bear, with notes of plum, sugarcane, and citrus topped off with a fruity aroma. Stop running out of coffee. Sign up for a Coffee Club subscription to have Black Rifle coffee delivered straight to your door on a schedule. Coffee Club subscribers receive their high-quality coffee at lower prices with free shipping. Plus, they get early access to exclusive deals and prices. Black Rifle Coffee is a veteran-founded coffee company operated by principled men and women who honor those who protect, defend, and support our country. With every purchase you make, they give back. Go to blackriflecoffee.com. Use promo code Shapiro at checkout for 10% off your order. That's blackriflecoffee.com. Use promo code Shapiro for 10% off. Black Rifle Coffee is America's coffee. When you buy a house or an apartment, you really should look at the way that the light streams in through the windows. It's like a big aspect of your mood. Seriously, like how the light comes into your house. Well, that means you might have to look at the window coverings. Blinds.com can make the magic happen for you the way they have for my family. Blinds.com is the #1 online retailer of custom window coverings with over 40,000 five-star reviews. You can measure and install it yourself or have Blinds.com take care of it with local professionals. There's no showroom, no retail markets. No matter how many you order, installation is just one low cost. If you don't have an eye for design, Blinds.com experts are always available to help choose the style and color right for you. Everything they sell is covered by their perfect fit and 100% satisfaction guarantee. With hundreds of styles and colors to choose from, Blinds.com is sure to have the perfect treatments for your windows. Thanks to Blinds.com's Labor Day sale, you'll be able to get an amazing deal on amazing blinds for your home. Get up to 50% off plus doorbusters at Blinds.com's Labor Day sale. That's their biggest sale ever. Save up to 50% right now at Blinds.com. When you check out online, don't forget to tell them you heard about Blinds.com from The Ben Shapiro Show. Rules and restrictions may apply. Go check them out right now. They make it super easy. They help you through the entire process. Go check them out right now. Blinds.com and save up to 50%. And let them know that you heard about them here on The Ben Shapiro Show. Okay, time for a quick thing I like and then a quick thing that I hate. So things that I like today. If you wish to understand what exactly is going on in China, fantastic new book out by a person named Yasheng Huang. This book is titled The Rise and Fall of the East, How Exams, Autocracy, Stability, and Technology Brought China Success and Why They Might Lead to Its Decline. The basic premise of the book is that for centuries, millennia almost, baked into the Chinese cake has been this system of test taking that basically chose single standards of merit in order to elevate people. And this has led to top-down authoritarian rule in China. It's been incredibly durable, a lot more durable than it would have been in, say, Russia. And it's why you can have Xi Jinping, who's being as authoritarian as he wants to be, and still maintain control of a country that theoretically, like, why does it never fragment? Why does China never come apart? Why does it seem as though it continues to be durable even when its economic numbers go down? It also has some lessons to teach the United States about how economics ought to work, and also about the sort of standards that we use in terms of economic growth. So one of the points made in The Rise and Fall of the East is that basically all of the test-based systems for elevating people inside the CCP are rooted in growth of GDP. If you're a regional leader in China and you grew GDP in your area, you're very likely to be looked at for a top post in the centralized government. Well, the problem is that GDP is a standard that is largely reliant in China on government borrowing and spending, which is why you see China now in serious trouble. It's borrowed and spent way too much money. It's why you have giant empty cities in some of these places, because if you're a public official and you wish to rise in the Chinese Communist Party, what better way to do it than borrow a bunch of money, build a bunch of empty cities, and claim that you just increased GDP dramatically? It's a really fascinating book. Again, go check it out, The Rise and Fall of the East by Yasheng Huang, if you're interested in the actual situation going on with China and the durability of the Chinese regime, even if they are experiencing economic failure. Okay, time for a quick thing that I hate. Okay, so there's a piece by David Gibson, who's director of the Center on Religion and Culture at Fordham University, and he's ripping into American conservative Catholics for being at odds with Pope Francis. He's saying that the loudest voices in American Catholicism are, quote, backward-looking moralists, disconnected from the roots of the church. Catholic tradition and history, says Francis, is about moving forward, changing to live the gospel message in the midst of current realities. The Pope's words were both surprisingly frank and frankly unsurprising, giving the persistence of right anger directed at his modernizing approach. This episode could be read as part of a long saga of tensions between Rome and the U.S. Church. Since the nation's founding, popes have regarded the American experiment in democracy with suspicion, separation of church and state as dangerous to souls and society. They've issued periodic blasts at Americanism and modernist trends. The election of Pope Francis in 2013 flipped the script, however. Suddenly, the Vatican began pushing Americans to be more flexible, more pastoral, more inclusive, less doctrinally rigid. Rome is now the engine of reform, a historic reversal. France is a world leader in combating climate change. He insistently decries economic injustice and the treatment of migrants, while putting new emphasis on the universal right to healthcare, housing, and decent jobs. Indeed, in Portugal, Francis criticized the fixation on sins below the waist, while if you exploited workers, if you lied or cheated, it didn't matter. Meanwhile, says this columnist, much of American church leadership remains focused on a pelvic theology. Okay, here's the thing. It turns out that the American Catholics who are critical of Francis are right. There are certain unchanging principles in Catholicism, and Francis hasn't changed them, right? Francis has not actually changed the church's position on same-sex marriage. He's not changed the church's position on divorce. He's not changed the church's position on contraception. It's just that he keeps making overtures toward those who would in order to make time on climate change and social redistributionism. In essence, he's a liberation theologist who's now occupying the office of the papacy. And American Catholics, more conservative Catholics all over the world know this, which is why he, more than any other pope, has created a schism inside the Catholic Church. That is Francis' fault. And that is not the fault of American Catholics who are hewing exactly the same line they were hewing 20 years ago. Are you tired of the lies and the twists of the mainstream media talking points? Yeah, me too. Join me in my newest series, Fact, where I dismantle and bring truth to this tiring mainstream agenda.